Hello, welcome to a new video of the course about GIS for municipality management. In this video we are going to work with geoprocesses. We are going to create a new view and we are going to change the reference system from current projection to this one, 26918. If you don't have it at the recent ones, you can access to EPSG and by code 26918 and you press enter. So after accepting, we have this new view and this reference system. We are going to load two layers from add layer, file, add, and we are going to load parcels and path that you have downloaded for this module. You press open, they are in the same reference system than the view, and we are going to accept. So we have the different parcels and the path of this part of New York. For example, we want to increase the size of the path 5 meters, for example. For that we can use a geoprocess in GPC that is the buffer. If we want to access to the geoprocesses, we can access from this button, that is the toolbox, or from tools, geoprocessing and toolbox. And here we have the main geoprocesses of GPC. For vector layers we have the main ones, and we have also if we have installed from the add-ons manager, we can have them in scripting, etc. And we also have the sextante geoprocesses that are more than 200 geoprocesses available for vector and raster layers. We can create buffers, we have for polygon layers, we also have for point layers, for vector layers in general, for raster, for hydrological analysis, etc. We can rasterize a vector layer, etc. So we are going to work with the main geoprocesses that are these ones. We are going to select the buffer, double click, and we have to select the input layer that will be the path. In this case we want to increase the size 5 meters for this area, for these polygons. We can define a distance in a field, or we can define a distance in meters for all the polygons. In our case, we are going to select this option because we want the same distance for all the polygons. We are going to select 5 meters. We also can select the selected geometries, but we are going to work on the whole layer. We can dissolve entities. If we have different polygons, the new polygon will be only one if they are connected. We can create round borders, and we have to select the output layer. The name of the new file, it can be a temporary file if we want to continue with another geoprocesses, or we can select a file, for example results and buffer path, for example. This is the new name, and we are going to press OK. And here we have the new layer that we can see that is bigger than the other one. Here we can see the parcels, then the path, and the 5 meters that we have increased and on this layer. Now we are going to see what will be the parcels that are on the new path. We can change the symbology to see them better, for example without field color, and here we can see the new path. We're going to calculate all the areas that are for the different parcels, that will be the areas that will be expropriated for the different owners. So now we have to apply another geoprocess, in this case the toolbox, and the new geoprocess will be the intersection. Double click, and the layer, the input layer, will be the parcels, and the intersection layer will be the buffer, because we want to get the parcels that are intersected by the with the buffer. We also can select only selected features, but we are going to work on the whole layer, and we are going to create a new polygon layer that will be the results. For points and lines, we can access to general, and we can select don't create this output, because we won't get a point or line layer. And for polygon layers, we are going to select the new name for the file. Here, results, and for example path parcels. It will be the common area for the different parcels and the new path. We press accept, and we press OK. And here we have the new layer with the different areas for the different parcels. They will be the areas that will be expropriated to the different owners. But we don't know what are the areas. We only have the graphical location and area. But if we open the attribute table, we have this information, but we want to create a new field called area with the areas that will be expropriated. So from table admitter area, we are going to add new field, and here we have all the areas for that will be expropriated for the different parcels. We're going to order, for example, and it will be the biggest area. Here we have the biggest area that will be expropriated. Well, we have applied two geoprocesses, two vector geoprocesses, and now we are going to apply a new one that will be the heat map. For example, we will get a heat map with the areas where they are more schools, public schools in New York. For example, we are going to add two new layers that will be the neighborhood and the public schools. With Control key, you can select both layers. Then you press open, they are in the same reference system, and you press accept. And we are going to this area. Zoom to layer, and here we have New York and the points that they are here. I'm going to change the symbology, transparency, for example, and here you can see the different public schools in New York. For this option, if we open the attribute table, we can see the different fields. But at this geoprocess, we need a field with with the order, the priority for the different schools. If all the schools have the same priority, we will create a field with the same value. So we are going to start editing. For the point layer, we are going to open the attribute table, and we are going to access to table and add column. The new field, for example prior, it will be integer field. The length will be 1 because it will contain only a number, and we are going to select default value that will be 1. All the schools with the same priority. Then we accept, and here we have the new field. Then we finish editing. We're going to save the layer, and we are going to access to the toolbox. We are going to look for the density kernel. If you don't find this GeoProcess easy, you can look for density. Then if you write the first letters, you can get the GeoProcess density kernel. We press double click. The vector layer will be the public schools, a point layer. The field with the priority is this one, and we are going to select, for example, 1000 meters, the radius 1000 meters, and we are going to save the new file that will be here, and schools. We are going to output a region, and we are going to select the extent of the public schools layer, and the cell size will be 50, for example. We press OK, and here we have a new layer, a raster file with the public schools. It's a rasterization with the density of the different areas where there are schools. Here we can see that there are a lot of schools, and this is another area with a lot of schools. We also can apply a table color, a color table in this case, and we can select different options. For example, we can select we have to activate color table, and we can select the different color tables to check where there are a lot of schools. We can apply different color tables. For example, this one, and here we can see these areas. Okay, with this GeoProcess we are going to finish this video, and see you at the next one. See you.